Welcome to another edition of Nova Game Demos. I'm Dave.
And I'm Jason. And today Dave and I are going to be sailing the high seas and trying to avoid getting eaten by the dragons or sea monsters as we sail the world of Tsuro.
Tsuro is a 2 to 8 player game for ages 8+. The gameplay takes about 20 to 40 minutes.
Although sometimes once you get a little bit of players to know the game, you can even get it down a little bit quicker than that. It's made by Calliope Games, and it's a tile-laying game, kind of similar to a Carcassonne or some of the other tile-laying games out there like Zombies and things like that. So now, let's break it down.
Break it down.
Break it down!
So, when playing a game of Tsuro, each of the players playing is going to choose a boat to represent themselves, and the boat is going to be placed on one of the little hash marks around the table, around the board. There's all kinds of different marks to choose from, and it really doesn't matter where you're sitting, where you place your boat. You can choose to put it on the opposite side of the board to you if you wish. And then the other piece that you're going to do for the setup of the game is you're going to lay out the dragons. Now, depending upon the number of players, dragons, sea monsters, whatever you want to call them, there are going to be a set number of them that will come into play. Dave and I, where it's just going to be the two of us playing today, it's going to be 6 dragons, but as the number of players increase, the number of dragons decreases to leave you more room to move around the board. And then you have your dice, which you're going to use to determine where the dragons get put. And they just get put along here on the grid system, so you can see 1 through 6 and 1 through 6, which will determine the location of the dragons when they get dropped in.
And then when it's your turn, you'll take a tile, and you'll see it has 2 entryways on each point. So you would lay them with your corresponding boat, and try to then just advance your boat to that point. And you just don't want to run into a sea monster or run off the board.
And that's basically the name of the game. And then other than that, the other piece that you're going to see us doing is rolling the dice at the end of each turn. That determines whether those monsters, dragons, whether they're active for the round or not. They tend to laze around quite a bit, so when you roll the dice, if you roll anything other than a 6, 7, or 8, they stay dormant and they don't move. However, on a 6, 7, or 8, they're going to become active, in which case you're going to roll a single die, and that single die will determine what the individual dragons do. It varies by the different dragon tiles. So the dragon cards, they all have different numbers layouts, so that way the same number rolled on the dice isn't going to cause the same action for 2 dragons.
And you'll see this all on the playthrough, which...
Let's play the game! Alright, welcome to our playthrough demo of Tsuro of the Seas. For the purposes of our playthrough demo, normally when you're playing the game you're going to play with your tiles face down, but we're going to play with our tiles face up just so that way it can be seen on camera. That means Dave and I both know what the other person has, but again, it's just ease of play for this. So, as per the explanation earlier, I'm going to lay my first tile. I'm playing as the black boat, because match my black heart, and Dave has the white boat, because he is a champion of valor. So, I will be laying my first tile and following along the path of the water. We also notice laid our 6 Draku, or the dragons that we have on the board, sea monsters, whatever you want to call them. And now that I've played my first tile, after I play the tile, I roll the dice to see if the dragons are active. The dragons are active. They activate on a 6, 7, or 8. So since I've rolled a 6, we have our active dragons this turn. Then roll one of those dice to see what happens. In this case, it's a 2. So all dragons are going to follow the 2 on their card. So this guy is going to move this way. This guy, 2's rotate. 2 brings this guy down here. 2 brings this guy down here. 2 brings this guy over here, and a 2 causes this guy to rotate. We each have our own individual draw piles, so I'll draw up another card, and it's Dave's turn.
Alright. I'll lay my first tile and head up here. For the roll, I got a 7.
7
they
activates
again.
them. Just try not to take out the dragons on the roll. And 6. So when we roll a 6, that means a new dragon is going to come onto the board, a new Draiku. So Dave will have to pick one of the remaining dragons at random, and then roll the dice, and that'll determine where it comes in at. So it's coming in at 4-1. So we have 4 in the yellow and 1 in the blue, so that'll be over there. It'll kind of stack on top of this guy. Once they activate again, they could split up. Now it is my turn. Dave gets to draw up back to his 3 tiles. And I'm going to place this one. And I'll be sailing this way. Grab our dice. 8. Active dragons again. And 5. 5 causes this guy to rotate. Moving. Goes back up. These guys both move 1. 5 takes this guy down here and this guy up there, so they separate. And I'll draw up my next tile, and that's my turn.
Alright. I'll lay my next tile here. Brings me over here. And
8. Active dragons.
so 2. He spins.
Just gonna move down.
He moves
Just gonna move
over.
down.
He spins.
Over here.
He moves over there.
Drop your card there. Okay. Separate myself from that edge of that board. We don't want to sail off into oblivion.
6.
6 activates the dragons.
2 in your day.
Not yet. He hasn't eaten me yet. He might move out of my way, or I might be dead. Don't forget to draw up there, Dave.
Oh, yes. Keep forgetting to do that.
Draw one more tile.
Let's just do this. Oh yes, the dragon could still move out of the way for Jason. No.
And that
His game.
is the end of the game.
Tough match.
Well played, sir. Well, that was our playthrough demo for Tsuro of the Sea. Again, Dave whooped my butt while playing the game. But we're doing it for fun and educational purposes. It's not like we're keeping score. I hate you. Thanks again, as always, for watching our video. We always appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to check us out. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions about the game, leave them down below.
We'll answer them as soon as we can.
And as well, we'll leave you the links as usual if you want to see about how you can pick it up or give that love to the local game shop in your area. We always love it if you guys support local. And until next time, we're Nova Game Demos. See you later.
Oh, the year was 1778. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. A letter of marque came from the king to the scummiest vessel I'd ever seen. God damn them all. I was told we cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers.